This is B. Ramesh Kumar. Now today let us discuss one of the important topic. Today let us discuss one of the important topic. Junior Intermediate Mathematics 1A. Our topic is matrices. So this is a very important topic. From this topic, there are 22 marks are came in our IP examination up to last year. Here some topics will be deleted in intermediate. So maybe same model paper is there. Here our in our blueprint, total 22 marks from this chapter. From this one, 7 marks, 2 questions. So total 40 marks. 4 marks, 1 question, 4 marks, and 2 marks, 2 questions. Total 4 marks. So from this topic, total marks are 22 marks. So this is the weightage for this topic. Now we go to our topic. First of all, the definition of matrix. Here, the matrix is one type of arrangement, either row-wise or clockwise. Here we take the numbers. The numbers can be taken from real number system or complex number system. Here the numbers can be taken from real numbers or complex numbers. These will be put in the square bracket or open bracket. In these two brackets, in between these two brackets, one bracket can be used. So these two are used only once, one bracket only used from this matrix type. So this is the matrix symbol. So matrix symbol is square bracket or curved bracket or open bracket or closed bracket. From this bracket, we take that numbers. For example, we take 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we take the numbers row wise. So this is one type of row. Similarly, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is also one type of row. 9, 10, 11, 12. This is also one type of row. Not only rows, here we take column wise also. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This also can be written in the open brackets also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these type of arrangements is a rectangular array. This type of arrangement is a rectangular array. In mathematical formation, a rectangular array of the arrangement of that numbers can be taken real number or complex number system is called a matrix. So a matrix is an arrangement of that numbers can be taken real numbers or complex numbers which are rectangular array, which are represented as rectangular array. This rectangular array is called matrix. In this matrix, these numbers are called entries or elements. In this matrix, these numbers are called entries or elements. Here also we observe in this matrix, these are rows, these are columns. Now we take these are rows, these are columns. Row wise or column wise. A matrix can be represented by that numbers which are taken from real numbers or complex numbers that are rectangular array. So this is called matrix. In that matrix, that numbers are called entries or elements. Now here we observe, suppose in any matrix the number of rows equals to m. Similarly, in the same matrix the number of columns equals to n. Here we observe, in the given matrix the number of rows equals to m, the number of columns equal to n. Now here we take m into n. So it can be treated as m cross n or m cross n or m by n. So this is called order of given matrix. Order of the given matrix. And also any matrix can be denoted by alphabets, capitals alphabets, English alphabets, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and so on, X, Y, Z. Similarly, in that elements can be taken generally small letters, small a, small b, small c, small d, and so on and so on. So these are small letters can be taken are entries, capital letters can be denoted matrices. So this is the definition of matrix. Now here we observe that in this the order of matrix is, suppose the given matrix there are m rows and m columns, m rows and n columns. Now here m by n or m cross n is called order of the matrix. And also we observe the number of elements or the number of entries are equals to m into n, that equals to mn. The number of elements or the number of entries are equals to m into n. So mn entries are there in our matrix. So this is the definition of matrix, order of the matrix. And also we observe in this each element, here we take 1. We take the element is 1. Now 1 is in first row. Similarly, 1 is in first column. Here the position of the element. Here the position of the element in the given matrix can be denoted by in the order by. So 1 1 position. Here 1 is first component. So first coordinate can be denoted as first row. This is the column. So first row, first column element in our given matrix is 1. Similarly, 4. First row, second column. So 1 2th position. Similarly, 7. First row, third column. Similarly, 2. Second row, first column. So these are denoted by the positions of the elements. Generally, any matrix can be denoted as the matrix of Aij. The matrix of Aij. Here, I is denoted as row, J is denoted as column. I is denoted as row, J is denoted as column. Suppose the order of the given matrix equals to m by n. The order of the given matrix equals to m by n. Here, I is lies between 1 is less than or equal to, I is less than or equal to m. Because of I is represented row and J is represented column. So I is lies between 1 to m. So m is denoted as rows. Similarly, J is lies between 1 is less than or equal to, J is less than or equal to n. Now I lies between 1 to m, J is lies between 1 to n. Now here, for example, I equals to 1, we take I equals to 1, J equals to 1. Now here we write the matrix A1, 1. So this is the element. First row, first column element is A11 in the given matrix. Generally, that matrix is denoted by capitals. Now we can take capital A equal to the matrix Aij, order of m by n. So in this, A11 is the first row, first column element in the given matrix A. Similarly, for example, we take I equals to 2, J equals to 3. Now here we write A23. That means in this, A23 means second row, third column element in the given matrix is. Suppose this is our matrix, second row, third column, 8. So in this, 8 is the second row, third column element. So 8 is 2 3rd position. 2 3rd position. Order by 2 3rd position. So these are the elements, order of the matrix, and position of the element in the given matrix. So this is the basic definition. So the definition of matrix is an arrangement of numbers which can be denoted by, which can be taken real number or complex number, and also that are set at rectangular array. Now that type of arrangement is called matrix. That matrices are denoted by capsules A, B, C, D, and so on X, Y, Z. In that matrix, the numbers are called entries or elements. Here also, in that matrix, these are denoted by rows, these are denoted by columns. Now here, that rows and columns can be denoted M and N. Now we write M cross N or M by N. Symbolically, it is denoted by M by N. This is the symbolical form. This symbolical form is called order of the matrix. In that order of the matrix, generally that matrix is denoted by matrix Aij. In that I is denoted row, J is denoted column. Now we can take the order of the matrix is M by N. For suppose M by N. Here I is lies between 1 and M, J is lies between 1 and N. For example, I can be taken as 1, J can be taken as 1. Now here we write A11. A11 is the first row, first column element in the given matrix. So these are the definition, order, elements are entries, and the position of the elements in the given matrix. Here in the given matrix, the elements or entries can be denoted as small letters also. Here clearly we observe this is the total matrix capital A. This is small letter small a. So this is the element, this is the matrix. So this is the basic introduction for matrix. And next continue types of matrices. Now here we observe types of matrices. The first one is row matrix. In the given matrix, capital A equal to Aij, M by N. Here, the number of rows equals to M, the number of columns equal to N. Here, the number of rows equals to 1. So, here M equals to 1. So, any matrix having one and only one row, columns is more than 1. Now, we can take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we observe this, in this matrix, the number of rows equals to 1. Now here we write 1 by number of columns equals to 5. So this is 1 by 5. So this is the row matrix. So in any matrix, the number of rows equals to 1, then that matrix is called row matrix. Similarly, column matrix. In that column matrix, we have to observe n equals to 1. Here in the given matrix of order M by N, here we can take n equals to 1. If n equals to 1, now we write column matrix 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we observe in this number of rows equals to 5. Number of columns equals to 1. Now we can take the order of the matrix is 5 by 1. So this is the column matrix. In row matrix, the number of rows in the matrix equals to 1. That is called row matrix. the number of columns equals to 1, that is called column matrix. Similarly, here the next definition is square matrix. In the given matrix M by n, here number of rows equals to number of columns. M equals to n. Then that matrix is called square matrix. Here M equals to n. Now we write 1, 2, 3, 4. Here it has 2 rows and 2 columns. Now the order of the matrix is 2 by 2. So here M equals to n. M equals to n equals to 2. In this M equals to n equals to 2. So this is called square matrix. Otherwise, M is not equal to n. That matrix is called rectangular matrix. Rectangular matrix means M is not equal to n. Square matrix means M equal to n. M means number of rows, n means number of columns. Similarly, in that square matrix or in that rectangular matrix, all elements are zeros. So here Aij equals to 0 for every I equals to j and I not equals to j. Aij equals to 0. Then that matrix is called zero matrix or null matrix. All elements in the given matrix equal to 0. Here we write this is also zero matrix, null matrix. This is also zero matrix, null matrix. This is also zero matrix. Now we can take any order. All elements in that matrix equal to zeros. Then that matrix is called null matrix. Similarly, here we have to observe in that null matrix at least one element is non-zero. At least one element is non-zero. Then the type of matrix is called non-zero matrix. Non-zero matrix means at least in null matrix at least one element is non-zero. That is called non-zero matrix. Now here in the square matrix, suppose we take A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. This is the square matrix. In this square matrix, we have to observe the element is A11, which is in the 1-1th position, first row, first column. This is 2-2th position, second row, second column. This is 3-3rd position, third row, third column. So here the elements same row, same column. So 1-1, 1, 2, 3, 3. Now in this square matrix, these elements can be formed one type of. We have to observe this is square. This is called opposite sides joining. This is called diagonal. This is called diagonal. Now here the elements of the diagonal is called. So this is called principal diagonal. This is called principal diagonal. So in the square matrix, principal diagonal elements are the same row, same column elements. So first row, first column, second row, second column, third row, third column. All in that. This is 3 by 3 matrix. In this, the total number elements equals to 3. So 4 by 4 matrix, the total principal diagonal elements equal to 4. 5 by 5, the total principal diagonal elements equals to 5. Here the number of elements equals to order of the matrix. So that is the principal diagonal elements. In that principal diagonal elements, here we have to observe these are different, non-zero. The remaining non-principal diagonal elements, here A12 equals to A13 equals to A23 equals to A21 equals to A31 equals to A3. These are non-principal diagonal elements which are all equals to 0. Then the type of matrix is called diagonal matrix. The type of matrix is called diagonal matrix. In non-principal diagonal elements are all 0 except principal diagonal. That is called diagonal matrix. In that diagonal matrix, every element in the principal diagonal equal to 0. Every element in the principal diagonal. That means here A11 equals to A12 equals to A13. Here which is non-zero. Suppose 1 0 0 0 1. 2 0 0 0 2 0 0 0 2. So in this we have to observe these are all equal to same element 2. Now this is called scalar matrix. Diagonal matrix, principal diagonal elements are different. In scalar matrix, principal diagonal elements are all equal. In that scalar matrix, principal diagonal elements are all equals to 1. Suppose 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. So this is called scalar matrix. In that scalar matrix, all principal diagonal elements equals to 1. Then that matrix is called identity matrix or unit matrix. So unit matrix means in the square matrix, first of all, that is the diagonal or scalar matrix, or in a scalar matrix, all principal diagonal elements equals to 1. Then the type of matrix is called unit matrix or identity matrix. So this is the main definition. These are the important types of matrices. Similarly, the next one is algebra of matrix. Here we can take addition and subtraction. Before going to this one, first of all, we have to observe. Suppose there are two matrices A and B. Here, these two matrices are equal. Now, equality of matrix. Equality of matrix. First of all, the orders of the same. The orders of the matrices are same. In that equality of matrices, orders are same. And corresponding entries are elements. Corresponding entries are elements are also same. These two conditions are satisfied any two matrices or more than two matrices, then that matrices are called equal matrices. Suppose here A is m by n, B also the order is m by n. Now we can take 1, 2, 3, 4. This is one type of square matrix. This is 5, 6, 7, 8. This is also same matrix. Here we observe these two matrices of order same, but elements are not equal. Therefore, these are not equal matrices. So here, suppose if A, B, C, D, the matrix A, B, C, D, this is the matrix X, Y, Z, W. These are two equal matrices if the orders are same and also corresponding elements. Corresponding elements means same position of elements. First row, first column element in the first matrix is A. In this first row, first column element is X. Similarly, so A equal to X, B equal to Y. C equal to Z, B equal to W. These are the corresponding elements. These are called corresponding elements. Same position elements in the both matrices. So AX corresponding elements, BY corresponding elements, CZ corresponding elements, DW corresponding elements. So this is the equality of matrices. Now we go to algebra of matrices. Suppose two matrices sum check. We have to sum or difference. We have to sum or difference. First of all, orders are same. This conditions is compulsory exist. Given two matrices, now the sum of two matrices will be exist if orders are same. This is the first condition. Similarly, in subtraction of two matrices, here orders are same. Now, two matrices A and B. Here the sum of the two matrices can be denoted by A plus B. Now the difference A minus B. Now here we observe A plus of minus B. Here we observe that A plus of minus B. Now here minus B is the additive inverse of B. Minus B is the additive inverse. Suppose B equals to 1, 2, 3, 4. Now to find minus B. Here multiply with minus to each element. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. This is the minus B. Now here we observe A equals to suppose 6, 5, 3, 2 minus B 1, 2, 3, 4. Now here subtract corresponding elements 6 minus 1, 5 minus 2, 3 minus 3, 2 minus 4. So this is 5, this is 3, this is 0, this is minus 2. So this is the difference of the given two matrices. Here first of all we observe that orders are same. Orders are same and corresponding elements will be added or subtracted. Here it will exist, addition and subtraction will be exist if orders of the given matrices are same. And also here the notation is very, very important. In first step to up to last step work, we write same, we have to use same notation. We have to use square brackets. Up to last, use same brackets, square brackets. We have to use curved brackets. Up to last, to write curved brackets. The elements in the matrix symbol is curved brackets. So this is the very, very important. Notation also very, very important. Suppose in the first step, we have to use square bracket. In the next step, we have to use curved brackets. In the third step, we have to use square brackets. This is proper solution, proper way. Here we have to use one and only one notation. There is a square bracket or open bracket. That is the very, very important thing. So here addition or subtraction will be exist if orders of are same. Orders means given matrices. So the number of rows and number of columns can be written as m by n. This is the order. So these are all same order of m by n. And similarly, in this addition or subtraction, first we have to take addition. We have to take addition. In that addition, suppose we take two matrices. In that matrix, this is Aij, suppose this is Bij. The elements of the matrices in both matrices are equals to, are be taken from some real numbers. Now sum of the corresponding elements are also, that means the resultant matrix, the sum of the given matrices are also, the elements of the sum of the given matrix are also clearly taken from the same set. So here Aij plus Bij, which is also belongs to real number. That means here we take two numbers and we take sum and difference. That numbers are also in the same set. So that property is called closed property. That property is called closed property. Closed property means we have to take the entries to the one set and summation of that entries of the given two matrices or more than two matrices. The resultant matrix, the entries of the resultant matrix also same set. That type of property is called closed property in addition or subtraction. Similarly, the next property is associative. Associative means here we take three matrices of order same order. So here we take A, B, C. In that we have to write A plus B plus C. First we take A plus B. Next time we have to add C, the new matrix C, to the summation of A plus B. A, B. And also which is always equals to, first we take B and C and sum of these two, and we have to add the first matrix A to the sum of B and C. So here we write A plus B plus C equals to A plus B plus C. This property is called associative property with respect to addition. With respect to addition. This is also here A plus B also equals to some Aij. In this, suppose Dij. In this, Dij is also belongs to same set. We have to take Aij, Bij belongs to all. The resultant element Dij also belongs to same set. In this associative property, A plus B plus C equals to A plus B plus C. Here also, the elements of that elements can be taken real numbers or complex numbers, anyone. Similarly, the third property is commutative property. Commutative property. In that commutative property, first we take two matrices of same order. Here we have to add that now matrices and interchange the matrices, and also we have to add. We observe these are all always equal. A plus B is always equals to B plus A. This type of property is called commutative property with respect to addition. With respect to addition. So this is also one of the important property. Similarly, fourth one, additive identity or identity property. First we take additive identity. Additive identity means first we take one matrix and we take one null matrix. Here we take Aij and this is null matrix. Generally the null matrix denoted by O. Now here O, the null matrix also same order of the non-zero matrix. Suppose we take 1, 2, 3, 4. This is capital A. Here null matrix can be taken also same order 0, 0, 0, 0. Here we observe sum of the corresponding elements, that means A plus O. Here we take A plus O equals to 1 plus 0, 1, 2 plus 0, 2, 3 plus 0, 3, 4 plus 0, 4. We have to observe A plus O is 1, 2, 3, 4. Similarly, interchange that matrices and to find summation, here also 0 plus 1, 1, 0 plus 2, 2, 0 plus 3, 3, 0 plus 4, 4. That means in both two matrices, the elements are same. And also clearly which is always equals to the given matrix A. Suppose here we write A plus O equals to O plus A equals to A. This property is called identity property. Here, in that given matrix, sum of null matrix and given matrix, and then we get the resultant matrix elements are all does not change, depend upon null matrix. Here, this is cannot be affect to the given matrix A. Therefore, this type of property is called identity property. And also, here O is called additive identity matrix. Additive identity matrix. This is called additive identity matrix. Similarly, the next property is inverse. Inverse property. Here we have to observe, here we take two matrices A and B. Now here we write A minus B. That means A plus of minus B. The sum of A plus of minus B equals to additive identity. The sum of the given two matrices equals to O. Here that is called A plus B. A plus B equals to O. That means here we write B equals to minus A. B equals to minus A. That means A plus minus of A equals to minus A plus A equals to O. That is called additive inverse. Additive inverse property. In that, minus A is called additive inverse. Minus A is called additive inverse of the given matrix A. This type of property is called inverse property with respect to the addition. With respect to the addition. And also we take subtraction symbol. Here clearly we observe that A minus B is not equals to B minus A. Here elements are same but signs are changed. Here elements are same but signs are changed. Now A minus B is not equals to B minus A. That means subtraction. Matrix subtraction is not commutative. Matrix subtraction is not commutative. These are the very important properties with respect to addition in matrix algebra or algebra of matrices. The next definition is scalar multiplication of a matrix. Scalar multiplication. Here we take one scalar K and we take one matrix A. This is square matrix or rectangular matrix, any type of matrix. Here we observe, suppose A equals to 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, here multiply with scalar to the given matrix A. Then we write Ka equals to, in that, K into 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we have to multiply with scalar to the each and every element to the given matrix. So K into 1, K, K into 2, 2K, K into 3, 3K, K into 4, 4K. So this is the scalar multiplication. Scalar multiplication means we take one scalar and multiply with that scalar to the each and every element to the given matrix. Then we resultant matrix, we get one type of resultant matrix. That matrix is called scalar multiplication of the given matrix. This is also very important. So these are the basic definitions and types of matrices and properties of with respect to addition and subtraction in algebra of matrices. So using these definitions and properties to solve the problems in the exercise 1A in our intermediate textbook. So in the next video, we have to continue problems using these definition properties. That is exercise 3A. So thank you one and all. First of all, subscribing my channel and watch complete video, like and share to your friends. Wish you all the best. Thank you.